Hello people and welcome to episode 6. This one turned out really nice, including mods with some cool new game mechanics, a ton of awesome armors, a couple of quest mods and. So let's see this shit in action. Make yourself comfortable and let's fire up the intro. This time we shall start with a quick fix, pun intended, I guess you can call it that way. Fixed alpha maps by Scotty X2 and Neolithic J. At first I was a bit confused with this mod. I was like, what does it actually do? Something with the reflections? But it's actually simply the transparency of certain item parts. The comparison shots should do the trick here. You could also just say it adds holes to those rubber mats, some lockers and so on. The most impressive, however, are definitely the grates on the fridges and ovens. This stuff always looked out of place, like some kind of PS2 texture excuse. Well, this mod fixes that. Alright, first highlight, we got a nice custom voice follower this week. Vault Girl Laura, British beauty with quest. You can find her in Diamond City, in front of the inn.
Hello. I don't think we've met.
This mod was originally released by Vault 75 a while ago, but now it has been taken over by Viper Venom 1977 and reworked from the ground up. So it's a completely new mod now. Anyway, she is British and she will follow you right away, without much blah blah.
If you're heading out, why not come with me?
Sounds good. Let's hit the road.
It's very nice that the player character received some dialogue lines here too. It really sucks how we got used to it, thanks to Bethesda's wannabe Commander Shepard approach. Anyway, Laura is fully voiced, including a relationship system just like any other companion. And will even have a quest and a companion perk at the end.
I used to be cynical, but I guess I've learnt to accept people for who they are.
Yeah, I used to be an adventurer like you. Oh wait, wrong game. So, pretty much everything about this girl is unique. A custom signature outfit, a custom body, also with some body slide files so you can change it however you want. There are also a couple of different hair options you can download. Also she's British. And in combat she also has some custom crafted perks, which makes her quite a killing machine.
Bad idea picking a fight with us. Good job!
Also, that's a really weird effect on the gun. Looks like it's shooting at me for some reason. Well, overall, there's nothing to complain about. A really good follower mod. And let's not forget, she is British. Alright, it's time to do some cheeky breaky. Let's check out a new game mechanic. Tactical Distraction System by FlipDZ. A mod that adds a Manhunt Metal Gear Solid style lure system, claims the description. Well, first of all, high five for playing Manhunt. This game was literally fucking brutal. So this mod adds two different things. A whistle item to lure your enemies and some throwable objects to focus the enemy's attention elsewhere. There is actually no whistling feature in Metal Gear or Manhunt. The first game which comes to mind is Assassin's Creed. You could however knock on walls and stuff in some Metal Gears or do sounds with your prosthetic. Anyway, as I tried it out on the super mutants, they got alerted but didn't go investigate. I don't know if it's some nav meshing problem or maybe the super mutants are just too fucking stupid for tactical espionage action. Because as I tried it on some raiders, both methods worked like a charm. So this mod definitely works. It's simple, but really cool. Happy sneaking! The next one is also quite brutal. Fallsouls, Unpaused game menus by Cassant. Ooh, so we are going all prepared to die now, huh? Also, I think you might wanna rethink the title, cause this one sounds kinda like... never mind. So yeah, what might this mod do? Unpaused pretty much everything, the start menu, the console too, and of course the pit boy. Fighting super mutants and shit, oh yeah, got injured. Wait, I'll throw in some healing and cams and shit. Well, not anymore, because while you are at it, the enemies will throw in some bullets into you. And you're dead, because get good bruh, pros don't need no healing. There's also an MCM menu, where you can configure which menus will be unpaused and which won't. Oh shit, see? Now they killed me. Damn, I'm such a scrub reviewer. Need to get good at this, yo. And there's also one for hardcore immersion fans. Get Dirty by 7-Star C. Let's get dirty, it says as you enter the game. And yes, they mean it sexually. Just kidding. It's about literally getting dirty. You know, as you roam the wastes and do all kinds of dirty things with raiders and mutated creatures and stuff, you slowly turn into a real Dirty Harry. Nope, I won't stop. But seriously, you will slowly get covered in blood, sweat and dirt. There are different visible effects and also a negative status. And at some points you will need a bath. There are 3 different ways to get yourself cleaned up. The first is to go swimming. You need to actually swim for this to work, of course. Or method number 2, you use a shower or a bath from mods which add this kind of stuff. You will be automatically undressed, cleansed and then dressed again. There is an MCM menu where you can configure how long which action takes. Oh, and the third possibility is... drop the soap. I mean, are there any death claws or super mutants behind me? I know the super mutants are supposed to be genderless, but I saw some material on Rule 30. So, as you interact with the soap, there will be the option to clean yourself. And yes, take care while you pick it up afterwards. While walk if you can drive is pretty much the thought behind the next mod. Driveables or the Commonwealth, boats by blah blah dee blah blah and Repatai. Another mod in the Driveables or the Commonwealth series. Before you can do anything, you have to complete a little quest. It's nothing special, just run around and collect magazines, or more like manuals. Once you are done, you will not only be able to build boats, but also get a dock-like settlement. You can also build really cool looking robots here to guard your boats. The boat building itself is not as simple as you might think. There are dozens of parts for different boat types. You need to build a body first and then equip it with different engines and so on. So yeah, it will take a bit to get things figured out. Fortunately, the author implemented hint messages. If you try to write an incomplete boat, it will say things like, "Dude, the boat can't ride without an engine, what are you, stupid or what?" But after a while I was able to make a functional boat, and the fun began. The controls are really fluent, and it worked with the controller without any problems. You can fire the mounted gun in third person, but if you switch to first person, you will be able to aim properly while still moving, so you can do some hardcore drive-by action. Also, this is a hoverboat, so it should be able to go on land, right? Well, it works, but of course it's hard to climb over obstacles, and it moves really slow. But we are not done yet. You can also have a tiny house on the boat. But for that you obviously have to equip it first. The Ikari is stupid. Needless to say, those houses are no mansions, more like a prison cell. But that way you can at least have a portable prison cell. One way or another, this mod is awesome. Enough said. Alright people, lots of cool armor mods, no time to waste. Heroes of the Storm, Tracer Ghost Suit by Athena X. I'm not into this whole Overwatch overhype at all, but this suit does look really cool. And it somewhat fits into Fallout with that futuristic look, the hoses on the mask and all. Well, I said somewhat. There are a couple of different colors and also glow colors you can change at the armor bench. Yeah, the glow effect really stands out on this one. The next mod is a bit more tactical. Chinese stealth armor by AE-AWKCR. Yes, no glow effects here. We don't want to give away our position now, do we? Instead you can customize different camo looks at the armor bench. And there are also a couple of different helmet options, including a transparent visor for example, or this totally Master Chief looking one for the Halo fans. Next we have Lilim by Magic Man. This is one badass looking outfit for the girls here, a ragged damaged look with some vicious spikes and claws. That's kinda like a female Van Helsing or something. Well, let's say vampire hunter, or more like ghoul hunter since we are in Fallout. The coat also has some nice physics. Yeah, I'm used to pointing that out because, you know, in Skyrim it's a rarity. And there's one more. Prostitute outfits by Crimson Rider. Now I don't have to say anything to this, now do I? Also have to use censorship here for the female part because YouTube. The nips were actually covered, but not by much. Not taking any chances. Also, this looks more like a slave outfit to me, with all the chains and stuff. And to put the cherry on top, we have a nice accessory mod. Commonwealth Teddy Bears by Featherender. Making the Commonwealth cuter and fluffier, one mod at a time, I see. Here we have 9 different unbearably stylish backpacks in fitting themes like World Tech or Super Mutant. Those backpacks increase carry weight by 150 and if you don't know the optional file, even by 500. Wow, that's some real bear power right here. The next mod is a player home, but with a little extra. Lima Detachment by Colonel Mustard. This is an Enclave-themed player home, but here comes the extra part. Before you get it, you have to complete a little quest. Just search the old locker in the root cellar in Sanctuary and it will start. You will have to complete a nearby dungeon, which happens to be a cave. Okay, are we playing Skyrim now? Anyway, the inside of this dungeon is like a small world space with familiar looking enemies. What? Level 410? Isn't that a bit overkill? We'll get good, bruh! So after you're done with this very enclave looking mini dungeon, you can finally access the new player home. Well, what can be said about this place? It's dark and technological, very enclave, much power armor. It looks more like a military base than just a player home. How about having your own vertibird? There's also a generator to charge up depleted fusion cores, and there is also a medical station to cure diseases, and a couple of other similar features. Really, not much else to add to this. If you think the Enclave is cool and want to live in a dark Enclave-themed player home, then this mod is definitely for you. Okay, as the grand finale, we have a somewhat bigger quest mod. Bit Better Fallout by Bit Better Mods. To start the whole thing, we have to visit this new merchant in Diamond City.
Yeah, I'm in. What's the plan?
Brilliant! Long-lost sons can be lost a little longer.
First of all, the player character is fully voiced using vanilla dialogue assets, a big plus. And second of all, this guy is literally like, ah, fuck looking for your son, better help me with my stuff, it's much more interesting. So I'm not sure if this quest is to be taken seriously or...
This holotape will tell you everything you need to know. You can play it on your smartwatch.
Yeah, never fucking mind. So, as you interact with that holotape, you will be able to start quests. There are 3 independent ones, which will together unlock the 4th and last one, which is a new vault and a big dungeon. The quests themselves are not always straightforward. Without spoiling too much, one of them involves listening to an annoying new radio station.
Hey, it's Josh again. Do you have anything that's good for skinning raiders?
We've got a great jeans unzipping compilation going out for you, Josh.
You will also meet lots of new funny and crazy characters with tons of pretty good voice dialogue.
What? Why?
Because PMS 2645 paint makes for a way better lightning sound when you roll stones and rat heads around in the tin. Obviously.
Of course, there are also some basic shooty and fetchy quests, but overall it's a great and a very entertaining variety. I have not played through the whole mod, but what I did see was really good.
I'm very busy moving to New Vegas.
Oh my god, Fallout 4 New Vegas confirmed! I'm just kidding. I know there's a really big mod in development, by the way. But anyway, this one right here is definitely quality. And it would be nice to see more from where that came from. And this is it for this week's episode. The links to all mods are as always in the description below. Don't forget to endure the mods you like. And if you think this review was cool, hit the like button and subscribe for more. I thank you all for watching and see you around.